Welcome, my name is Ms. Sayward. I teach AP Environmental Science at Audrey Kell High School, and I wanted just to give you a little bit of information as part of our virtual curriculum night. So the first thing for you guys to know is that pretty much all of the resources that your child will need have information about the lessons for class, getting access to the e-textbook, finding our notes or videos are all posted on the Canvas page. Now, if you ever need to get in contact with me, my email is posted right here for you. And this on the very front page of the Canvas page, it gives your student access to our tutoring times and also reminds them our room number. Now, for our course, we do set it up as a flipped classroom. What that means is that students do the background information piece at home. So they are going to be watching pre-recorded lecture videos that have questions embedded in them using a program called Edpuzzle. And they're also going to be assigned textbook reading that they will be completing to get the background information that we will then apply during the class period through interactive activities, partner work, class discussions, and labs. This is an AP course, so we like to get students started to think about and prepared for college life and or the workforce. And in both of those situations, students need to be able to stay on top of due dates. So one of the things that we are going to give students at the beginning of every unit is a calendar. The unit calendar outlines for them all of the due dates for homework, quizzes, and their upcoming test. And we also give out every week something called a newsletter. The weekly newsletter has reminders in it that are useful to both students and parents. And you will see the newsletter coming through Parent Square on Sunday afternoon. And it'll also be sent through Canvas inbox to the students as well. I also keep a folder of past newsletters on the homepage for our APES. So if they need to find an old one, they can click the link right here and it'll bring them to all of the old newsletters for the year. One of the other pieces we wanted to just hit upon for you guys is the grading policy. So our district breaks grades down into 3 categories: prepare, rehearse, and perform. And we have every unit, every quarter there's going to be 2 units. And in each unit, we are going to have about 3 to 4 prepares. The prepares are going to consist of the Edpuzzle lectures. They're going to count as 1 grade for each unit, 1 to 2. And then the other prepare grades are going to be things like their classwork, things that they're doing during the class period, either as independent practice or group work. Rehearses, which consist of 30% of the grade, are going to be made up of mostly reading quizzes. So there'll be about 2 to 3 reading quizzes per unit. And every unit is going to end with a test, and tests count as perform grades, which are 50% of the quarter grade. With each of our tests, they're going to consist of 2 sections. There'll be a multiple choice section, and there'll be 40 multiple choice questions, and that'll be given using AP Classroom. And then the other section of the test is going to be a free response question, which is written short answer responses. Now, with the reading quizzes that I mentioned before, the reading quizzes are open notes. So kids are going to be given the assignment and the due dates for all the reading quizzes for the unit on the calendar at the very beginning, so they have time to work at their own pace. We always try to give at least 1 week between the reading quizzes so that students have a chance to read the chapter and take handwritten notes on it. And our reading quizzes are open notes. So students are encouraged to take their own notes that they can then bring in to use during the class reading quiz. Our only caveat is it has to be their own work and it has to be handwritten to use the notes during the reading quiz. With our course, our standards are dictated by College Board, and we follow College Board's CED when it comes to our standards. Every one of our units, we have a unit resource tab on the modules, and this is going to have some helpful resources for your child. You can see here a link to the Unit 1 calendar, the digital version. And the reason I'm pointing this out is the digital version has additional information besides what we give them for the printed piece. It has each of the standards outlined, and it has the descriptions from College Board CED on the linked to the digital calendar for your students to be able to go back and view. The other piece that's very helpful about our unit resource page is it will give them access to the note packets that go along with the Edpuzzles. It also has reminders about where information is in their textbook, and they can get access to our Edpuzzle videos. So these are just the pre-recorded lectures, so if they want to go back and reference them again later on, they will be able to come in and see them here after they've completed the Edpuzzle. And we also have on here linked the AP Daily videos. So College Board has gone through and created videos to go along with each of the standards for their course, and students can access these in addition to what they're seeing from the reading and from our lecture videos that we have recorded for them. And they're broken down by standard so that students can go and find exactly what they need as they're going through. The other piece of information that might be helpful at this point in time are the class supplies. So on my Canvas page, there is a spot that's labeled beginning of the year information, and you will find all of the recommended supply lists here. Students are not supposed to have a 3-ring binder this year, so we've recommended using the 3-prong folders and using that as their organizational system. They'll also need a calculator for class. It doesn't need to be a fancy calculator. As long as it has an exponent button on there, it will work fine for them. It can be as simple as a for function, as long as it has an exponent key. And as always, optional class supplies. If you are able to donate paper towels, tissues, or Clorox wipes, we always greatly appreciate that. Tissue season is coming up here with all the colds starting to get passed along, so those are always helpful class resources if you would like to send them in. But as I said, my name is Miss Sayward. This is AP Environmental Science. I look forward to getting to know your children. And if you ever have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me either through email or through Parent Square. Thank you and have a great day.